Hello, everyone out there. As you know, I have been partnering with Avon. Uh, that's been put on hold for the time being. Nobody's buying anything anyway, so I guess it really doesn't matter. I was giving the money to charities, but I guess right now people are struggling, so they're like, fuck a charity, you know. Anyway, I'm here to talk about guns. So I'm going to get right to the point. Uh, I won't say anything specific about where people live and lifestyles and things like that, but I will say this much. I talked to a friend of mine today who was talking about the violence and crimes that have consistently gone up over the years and what people who work every day, your average citizen, has to deal with. And he concluded that it may be time for gun laws to be changed. Right now, in some of the most violent and dangerous cities, uh, your average citizen has a harder time getting a gun than the criminal does. And more, I've noticed that in some cities and states that people are taking steps to protect themselves. There was a situation I heard not too long ago about a officer who was being brutally attacked, and a citizen driving past saw the incident occurring. He or she got out of their car and they shot and killed this individual. Now, I'm not going to say whether that was right or wrong, but I would imagine the police officer probably was pretty glad this passerby happened upon the situation and took the action that he did. Also, I just heard several hours ago that a man broke into someone's house, uh, and the persons that were there, a husband and wife, from what is reported, they tried to convince the man to leave. He didn't want to leave. I guess he decided, since it was just those two there, he would continue to pursue whatever his intention was. And he was shot and killed. And once again, I don't know if I am advocating, you know, shooting and killing. I should not say I am. I don't want to appear as though I'm taking sides, but I will say that the average citizen deserves to be able to protect himself, especially in the more dangerous cities uh, around the country. And I know people have their issues with guns. Hey, I totally understand. I mean, in some places where gun laws are a little, you know, a little different, some innocent people are killed. Some people have killed themselves. I guess it's almost the same situation with cars. You have a lot of young people who drive cars and they've killed themselves, they've killed other people, and sometimes in horrible manners. Many times speed related or alcohol related or just inexperienced drivers with very fast cars or cars belonging to their parents. And people are killed. Once again, I'm just kind of putting this all out there just to give you an idea of what people are telling me. And once again, like any other citizen, I want to protect myself, my property, by any means necessary, to be quite honest with you. But once again, um, I would prefer that it didn't have to be that way. But clearly, why, while the law enforcement community is doing everything it can. There's clearly not enough police to handle every situation. And as a citizen, I guess it is something to consider. One, protecting themselves. Uh, people who don't have the various issues, you know, and they're allowed to have a weapon in their home. And maybe some people may even have the ability to carry their weapons. Once again, it's a touchy situation because clearly some people have anger issues and maybe they shouldn't have a weapon. Then you have some people with a million different issues, some so vast I won't even discuss here, but I'm sure you know, and I know if you've watched the news or heard different things. But I think clearly the crime rate and the continuance of the crime rate. I mean, we have cities and states with murder rates that are just totally unacceptable. And one has to consider if the innocent individual, the person who works every day, or who doesn't work every day, but who doesn't bother anyone, who's not out to hurt, steal, murder their neighbor, other citizens of that state, what if they were able to protect themselves? Um, you know, just something to consider. Anyway, I'm not going to say my name anymore, and I'm not going to promote anything here anymore. This is just about guns, just a conversation that I thought needed to be had. And, I'm sure you have your own ideas. Some people may have lost loved ones in gun violence. And there are people who have had innocent members of their family maybe murdered in robberies or thefts. And you just imagine if they had a gun and that person who took their life came or tried to hurt them, kill them, take their life, would things be a little different? I guess we will never know in every case, but I would imagine if a criminal is facing someone else with a weapon, the outcomes may be the same, but I would have to believe not all of the outcomes would be the same. I think in many of those cases, the criminal themselves may find themselves dead and not the victims. Just something to think about.